Let's quickly get you more details of our next breaking update. After writing an open letter to the Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal, the Delhi LG now has shot off a 4-page letter to the Delhi Chief Minister. This is on the Delhi water scheme. This after the Delhi Chief Minister alleged that it's the BJP that stalled the approval on the one-time settlement proposal through the LG. In this letter, the LG has reminded Arvind Kejriwal of the statements he used against him and asked him to maintain Maryada in the discourse. My colleague Siddhartha is also joining us live, and I think he has excerpts of that entire letter. We'll also get Tejshri also into this conversation. Siddhartha, to you first. Help us understand what exactly does this letter say? What are the highlights?
So, Deepthi, this is a 4-page letter that's been shot off by the Lieutenant Governor of Delhi to Mr. Arvind Kejriwal. And the first page is entirely devoted to how the Aam Aadmi Party and Mr. Kejriwal himself have basically violated all standards of decorum when speaking about the LG. And it's the second page that's quite germane here with respect to the claims being made by the LG over the functioning of the Delhi Jal Board. Here he says, however, what pains me more and leaves me perplexed is that in your verbose communication, you have chosen to completely sidestep the substantive issue of the so-called water scheme which I had raised with you. The 7-page reply that you have written to me does not address even a single substantive issue raised by me in the letter. Then he goes on to say, while I maintain that not a single piece of paper pertaining to the supposed water scheme has been submitted to me, even as you've summarily blamed me for stalling the same, you've not answered as to whether any proposal has been finalized till now. It remains a mystery as to how, even as the proposal for the supposed scheme was shuffling between your ministers and the Delhi Jal Board till the 21st of February this year, the Assembly passed the resolution blaming me on the 19th of Feb. To say the least, I had expected that the offensive language used in the resolution, the issue of misleading the House, would be addressed by you, but you did not bother to do that, basically accusing the Chief Minister of sidestepping some substantive questions that the Lieutenant Governor had posed over the functioning of the Delhi Jal Board.
Yes, and not the very first time, not the very first issue, Tejshri, that we are looking at a war of words between the LG and Arvind Kejriwal.
Well, LG certainly lashed out at CM Kejriwal. First of all, let us talk about the kind of statements that were made by Kejriwal in the House of in Delhi Assembly. In fact, where he said that "Kaun hai LG? Kahan se aaya LG?" And in fact, LG reminded him to stay, in fact, to adhere to the decorum and in fact to use the proper language as Delhi LG holds the constitutional post. Apart from that, he also talks about the water scheme. In fact, he asked about that. There were several times LG reminded him, asked him about the water scheme, what is it about, and so far till date no proposal has been sent to LG office by the Delhi government or by CM Kejriwal. In fact, he has also asked that this proposal in fact was in the month of January or was in the month of June. Later on, he also questions the kind of education system or the kind of health system the Delhi government has built in, and in fact has said that this is certainly the Delhi government is playing with the sentiments of the people, not only sentiments.
All right, Tejshri, apologies interrupting you here because of want of time, but another showdown between the Delhi LG and the Delhi Chief Minister, both Siddhartha and Tejshri.